Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chump Talk. This is our DiSabs Dimes episode. It is going into week 2 of the NFL season, coming off week 1. I know Christian DiSabantino is with us. Tyler Sagan, unfortunately, not with us. And
Can we rip on Segs here?
I think we absolutely can, because it's one thing if you got some plans and you tell us a little bit in advance, but when you tell us 10 minutes before we're about to start recording, and we could have, I don't know about you guys, but I was ready to record at like 6:00, maybe even 5:30.
Yeah.
Like we could have got along with our night, but here we are at 7:45, sitting down grinding because Sags told us 10 minutes before, I'm not going to make it. No explanation, no nothing. There, we obviously have some speculations of why he might not be with us, but it's just kind of a scumbag move. But we're here to talk about the DSAB Dimes. We're going to put personal feelings aside.
Yeah.
DSAB Dimes, positive units. Christian, tell us about it.
Yeah, so you know what? This week it was actually a bit of a sweat. It looked like it was going to be a bit of a disastrous week there. We had Tennessee, who just I don't even think that they knew they had a game this week.
Tennessee,
I don't think they did either.
No, we had them first half and full game, so there's 2 units down the drain. The free play Buffalo -6.5. It was looking good at half, and then they just thought the game was over at half, so they left early.
Mm-hmm.
They lost, but the first half covered, and then surprisingly, Seg's team, he's not even here to showboat about them. The Browns, they covered first half full game. They looked pretty good. So we were 3-3 going to Monday. We had the over, which was sweaty. That
Big
was
time.
a grind of a game.
That was.
And then in the fourth
what
quarter,
a game, though.
Yeah, phenomenal game. And I was a little bit hesitant there in the first quarter. Both teams weren't moving the ball, and I was like, oh man, this is going way under.
I do want to say on my burner, I predicted it'd be a heck of a game.
You got to burn
on your burner.
Remember DSabs, I followed you.
Yeah, actually, that is true. So I'll look out for you, eh?
I didn't see that prediction at all. Yeah. Anything else you want to add on the DSAB?
No, 4-3 plus 0.6 units, so $60 up for us. So that's we'll take that all week, and we got a free play that we'll talk about later on this episode, and look to keep it going next week.
And the fact that one of those losses is Buffalo, I know you talked about it, but like what were they doing against Pittsburgh? And I really look at Pittsburgh as a bit of a wild card this year. Like last year they got off to 8-0, 9-0 start.
11-0, I think.
11-0, yeah. But I remember us all sitting here and being like, it's kind of like a fraudulent 11-0. Like it's not really like they're blowing teams out of the water.
No, they had an easy schedule too, I think, from what I remember.
They did, but actually Big Ben, I thought he's looking a lot thinner. He is like he's moving around a little better out there. It looked like from game 1. Do you guys want to go into stat of the week? Because my stat is actually from that game. I wanted to say.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'll start. So Josh Allen, his first 2 years in the league. This his 4th year? Am I right there, or is it his 3rd year?
I think it's his 4th.
4th. Okay, so I'm right then. His first 2 years in the league, he had some troubles like with interceptions and throwing the ball away and throwing the just unnecessary passes. And then last year, obviously put up like an MVP like season with Buffalo. He was unreal. But this year, and it's just been one game, obviously. But my stat is he had a 58.8 completion percentage against Steelers. That ranked him 28th out of 32 qualifying quarterbacks in week 1. 28th.
Wow.
So, I mean, Bills fans, you got to look out for that. I am a believer in Josh Allen as much as I don't like the Bills and don't really like Josh Allen. I am a believer in him, but that's something you got to be a little bit worried about after you paid him like almost $300 million, I think. How much was it? It was like $258 million contract extension.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about him yet because it was the Steelers and they do have a top-notch defense. And that guy, TJ Watt, he's a stud.
Yeah.
He just got paid too, and he's just a stud.
So you're not worried about Josh Allen. Before we go to more stats of the week, my apologies. I missed the DSAB Dimes ad read, and maybe Sags just got me a little flustered. Maybe, I don't know.
He did. I felt heated in that initial moments of the opening of the pod there.
You felt heated, or you felt that I was heated?
No, I felt like everyone was.
I've never seen Poolsy this mad before.
Yeah, you can. If you're watching on the YouTube right now, you can see him. He's mad. He's very mad. But this podcast, folks, episode 169 of Chump Talk is brought to you by None other than DiSabs Dimes, the football handicappers that use data analytics and have been profitable every season since inception. Sign up for their season package at DiSabsDimes.com. You make the money, they make the plays. Their preseason sale ends Thursday, September 8th.
So it ended.
At 11:59. But be sure to pick up their package. You can go to the website and pick up all the other packages. We're going to have to change this ad read up because it kind of goes with that, and I just got into that. But you have a weekly package, a monthly package, and the season package. DiSabs does a season package keep going, but every week I'm assuming it goes down in value.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's at like $120 right now, and every week I think we knock off $15 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
You get way better value if you buy the weekly
package.
the season, but you can also try us out for a week, a month, and
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, I hope you're fine with me saying this, but it's $15 for the week, right?
Yeah.
Like $15 and you've been profitable every year. So if you're not sure about it and you're not even sure how it works out, just do the 1 week $15 and then there's a guy at work, he's gonna do it. And I think he's gonna be listening to this because I'm getting him into it. But $15, that's all you got to do for 1 week, and then you get their plays, and you heard it. You make the money, they make the plays. They make the plays, you make the money. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
So to continue a stat of the week, sorry for forgetting about that. Who wants to go next with their stat of the week?
well, yeah. I just also want to say the preseason thing, $6 a week too. That if that's not lock of the year for
And a hat.
being smart and a
Mhm.
hat, I don't know.
And I
what
think
it
you
is.
guys want a gift card.
Yeah, we did. We won $50 gift card.
Let's go. I can go with my stat of the week here. So, mine's actually kind of crazy. I just seen it right before we started the pod here, and a little bit mind blowing. So, Jalen Hurts has more regular season 300-yard passing games, which is 2, and 5 career starts than Lamar Jackson has in 38 starts. He has 1.
I saw that.
That's crazy. That kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, I am not a Lamar fan. I don't think he's fit to be a playoff caliber. Like, I don't think he'll be able to win a Super Bowl.
is he gonna fade like a Cam Newton kind of a way? Like,
No, I don't think he will.
I don't think he will, but I just don't think that he has what it takes to like stand in the pocket and make like a few. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like what?
I'm
a Tom
also an
Brady
MVP
year.
though, so
Do you
Yeah,
think
the
like
elite at one point.
I mean, we can sit here and argue about Lamar all year, and we probably will because like there's no denying Lamar is one of the most fun quarterbacks in the league to watch. Like when he does that scamper thing and gets 15 yards out of nothing, that's fun.
And they bite on it every time.
But obviously their running back situation is shit, and I'm actually pissed. So Jason Williams is the guy that is their running back right now, their lead back, because Gus
Tyson.
Edwards. Tyson, not what did I say? Tyson?
Jason.
Like Jason Derulo.
You mean Jason?
Jason Tatum.
Hey, what's his name?
Tyson.
Tyson. Well, that could also be Tyson.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I knew there was like a something AY and then apostrophe and then son. But anyways, he's the lead back because J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and then Justice Hill. He's actually like number 4 of this Tyson. But he's there, and he actually he got the opening touchdown. First couple drives he looked good, and then they just gave the ball to Latavius Murray. And the only reason I was really pissed about that is because I have Williams on fantasy, and I thought he was just the steal of the year. I got him really late, knowing he was going to be the backup to, I thought, Gus Edwards. But then when he got the starting gig, I thought I was a lock for like best pick of the draft. But what my point is, though, if Baltimore gets like a established running back that they can give Lamar a lot of breaks, go ahead.
Quick question. Does Le'Veon Bell become a relevant running back this year? Like, does he actually make a difference in Baltimore?
I
hope so, but I kind of have my doubts. What do you think, DiSabs?
I don't know. I think it's hard.
He hasn't been good in so many years.
It's hard to be relevant as a running back in Baltimore because Lamar is usually the guy that's running the ball, right? Whether it's a read option or if it's a scramble.
Yeah. I actually thought Hollywood Brown looked great.
He did look great.
He did look pretty good, yeah.
There's some good receivers. But as far as and we'll move on to looking at next week as we go here, but or DiSabs, did you give your stat?
Yeah. No, I actually have one. If you want me to say it, are you ready?
I do.
For this?
I do want you to say it.
Okay, so this is Okay, so it's kind of like two, but it's all mixed into the same thing.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers ends week 1 as quarterback number 35. Only 32 teams played.
What? Okay, let me think who came in as a backup. Or Jacoby Brissett played a
Yeah.
couple snaps.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Wow.
And then Rodgers.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
Right,
33,
right.
34, and then
Yeah.
35. Yeah. And the
Oh my.
second one, Aaron Rodgers had a QBR of 13.4. You could throw the ball out of bounds every play and have a higher QBR.
Yeah, okay. Can you I heard that stat too. Can you explain that to me though?
What?
Like a QBR, I don't know the exact formula, but it takes into account like what's it called? The difficulty of the throw,
Right.
like how much yards you got and all of this, like interceptions,
Interception.
touchdowns.
Okay, so that's
So
why. Like if he
if he
just didn't
takes
throw a
the
pick.
ball and throws it out of bounds, I think it's like a QBR of 30. He
Really?
had a 13.4.
Wow.
And he played the whole game? He stayed in the whole game?
No, I think Jordan Love came in. I actually didn't watch. Was that a 4:00 game?
I
Yeah,
think that was a 1:00 game.
1:00. No, it was 4:00, I think.
Was
Yeah,
it?
because at 4:00 I had my Dazzin on the Patriots game, obviously, because it wasn't on TV, and then I had whatever game was on TV at that time. I think it was the Cleveland.
Right. Well, you brought up the Patriots game. Do you want to transition into that?
Oh,
Sure,
I
I'd love
certainly
to.
want to hear this.
Okay. Okay. Like, I mean, you get away your initial thoughts first, and then I'll get to mine.
Yeah, I thought that it was a very competitive game. Thought both teams were really well coached. Actually, it's a very disciplined game. Although the Patriots did take way more penalties, which is not something you see a lot by a Bill Belichick coach team. But that was honestly, since Tom Brady left, that was the most angry and disappointed I've been in a loss. And I think it's because last year my expectations were shit.
Yeah.
And this year, I thought we could. Well, I said on the pod, I think I said floor of 9 and a ceiling of what, 11 or 12.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just one game though. Do you still believe there's potential for a record like that?
I do, because I think Mac Jones. I don't know, Brady. Did you watch?
Yeah. So
I thought Mac Jones looked better than I actually thought he would,
uh,
and I was just disappointed in, like I said, discipline, the penalties, and the fumbles is what killed us.
yeah. I'd agree. I think Mac Jones looked better than I thought he would look as well. There are a couple plays still I was like, I'm not sure about him, but rookie quarterback, I think overall he did look good. I think the Dolphins are still a better team than the Patriots this year. Like watching that game, no, Dolphins have a better defense. Would you agree?
I think it's pretty close.
I do think it's pretty close too, but then the Dolphins just seem to have playmakers. Like I think they're on it's either 17 or 18 consecutive games with a turnover on defense,
Mhm.
which actually,
That's
like
impressive.
if you think back, that's tough to do, to get a
Oh, yeah.
turnover, and the Dolphins had two, and one had a huge play that Tua obviously didn't have a great game. He only threw for 202 yards. He had the passing touchdown, Jalen Waddle, which Jalen Waddle I thought looked awesome. Do you
Yep,
agree with
he was
that?
good.
He's quick. I didn't realize how. So I actually, I'm not a huge college football watcher. I thought he was taller than he is, and I
You
also
thought he was like a DK.
no. I knew he wasn't that, but I thought he was like more of like a DeAndre Hopkins like kind of
Yeah,
build.
more possession type.
Yeah, but he's just like a fast little water bug out there. But he seems like he takes contact well, because that one touchdown, he had no business getting in the end zone.
Yeah,
It was like he caught it on like the 5-yard line and plowed through a couple big Patriots. But Tua, one thing I was encouraged about him. Well, it was nice to see him run that one in at the start, because there were a couple times last year that he had an opportunity to run up the middle, and you could tell he was just scared because of his knee.
Mhm.
He didn't want to blow up his knee again. But if he can continue if there's an opening up the middle to take that, I think he'll be fine. And he took a few more deep shots. Like Devontae Parker caught that one on the sidelines, and Jalen Waddle caught another deep one. If he can throw it deep, especially with Will Fuller, the fastest man in the world, coming back this week.
Does he ever stay healthy though?
No, but he always has like 3 or 4 sick fantasy weeks, and
Yeah.
I have them, so I'm looking forward to those. But obviously, Patriots should have won that game. They were on what, the 20?
10.
Really?
He fumbled it on like the 8-yard line.
How much time was left? I can't remember.
It was like 3.5.
Okay, so Dolphins still would have had time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, 1-0, and I'm happy with that. Very obviously in New England. How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
huge.
yeah, no, that's why I was disappointed. I expected to win that game, and like if I'm going through the stats right here, and my blood pressure is starting to rise again, like we had more, like way more first downs, way more rushing, way more passing. We had 2 sacks. What we lost though? Penalties, fumbles, turnovers,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
That's
ended
a
up
killer.
with costing the game, right? So I
Yeah.
think Bill Belichick is probably gonna chew them out this week, and hopefully, you know what, we can get a nice easy win against the Jets.
Is Nelson Aguilar your best receiver?
I think we don't really have a wide receiver one. We've got like 3 wide receiver twos in like Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Myers, and that guy from San Fran, Kendrick Bourne.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, me neither until we signed him.
I have never heard of him.
Well,
But
we got to talk about another week one winner here, boys.
yeah, we are gonna. Let me say one more
Okay.
thing about the
Yeah,
Dolphins. The Dolphins, like you said, a few wide receiver twos. The Dolphins' receiving depth is nuts. I actually think like
Mhm.
Tua, the verdict's out on him. Is he going to be able to get these wide receiver? But Devontae Parker, he had 81 yards. Jalen Waddle, a 6 overall pick, and then
Will Fuller.
Will Fuller
Yeah.
coming back, and then Jakeem Grant's still there too. I'm super, and Preston Williams. That's another whatever. Nobody cares about the Dolphins anymore, but they are 1-0, and the Patriots are 0-1. They own the Patriots. They're like 4-1 in their last 5
Yeah.
against the Pats.
Actually, well, the Dolphins own the AFC East.
Yep, they do. 1-0. Everyone
True.
else. I texted a couple Bills fans, and the one response I got was this might age poorly, and he said he screenshotted it. So
Oh, I hope you guys beat them next week.
Yeah,
Me too.
Dude, that would be actually be hilarious. But
Poolsy,
yeah,
Carolina Panthers.
I honestly didn't watch a minute of this game, Pulsey, so you got to fill me in.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, well, I was mid-flight, so I didn't, just traveling around the road like usual. But I didn't see. I seen the first 10 minutes of this game, and then I had to board the flight, and then lost Wi-Fi, so it came to a quick end. But let me tell you, I was pumped to see the first little bit of it. But
Wasn't it a
19
barn burner the first 10 minutes? Wasn't it 0-0?
It was
at
like
half?
0-0 after the almost by halftime, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't a barn burner, but the Panthers pull out the win 19-14 against the Jets. Definitely thought it'd be a little bit more than that, but they did cover the spread. I think it was like -4 or something.
They did. But you know what's funny, Poolsy?
What?
It opened up at 5.5 and it slowly came down to 3.5. Then it
Really?
went back up to 4. So whoever bought the what's called Jets at 5.5 actually covered.
Wow.
Wow.
But
Well,
you're right, it did end at 4.
yeah, but you know what? Good week one win. That's the Jets. You kind of hopeful that you're going to win by more than that, but week two, it's going to be tough. The Saints obviously looked really good there, but you know what? The Panthers, they're just going to keep doing their thing, and great week for the boys. I wish we would have seen Chuba Hubbard in there a little bit more, but
yeah, he didn't do
he
shit.
didn't do anything. No, McCaffrey's.
Well, yeah, if you have
did anything.
McCaffrey,
He had like. I seen some stat. I wish this would have been my stat of the week, but he had a stupid amount of receptions and rushes. Like McCaffrey was.
I think he had
everywhere.
100 in both, receiving and
Yeah,
rushing.
I think he did. I think that's what the stat was.
I'll get it for you
I'm looking
quick
at it
here,
right here.
Poolsy.
Okay, McCaffrey 98 rushing yards, and he led the team with 89 receiving yards.
Yeah, he led the team in rushing and receiving. He is their team, and that there's no
He
doubt
is.
about that.
But Sam Darnold, you know what? A good start for the guy. Nothing too crazy, but 279 yards. Rating of
280
102.
or 279?
Yeah,
That's
not bad.
very good.
So love to see it. It'll be a huge test this week against the Saints and their defense, but
Okay.
Panthers got an underrated defense too. So Jameis better watch out for those picks.
Jameis, yeah. Okay, so this is what I actually want to bring out. Great segue, Poolsy. I wanted to bring up Jameis Winston's stat line. And it's one of the more weird stat lines. Obviously, unreal game for him, and he had that bomb of a throw. But DiSabs, this is nothing you'd be putting up in your flag football league. 148 yards only, right? He only had
I put up 400 easy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But he
only had 140.
He only had 148 passing yards, but 5 touchdown passes. How does that like?
That's absurd.
DiSabs, were you watching? Like, were 4 of his 5 touchdown passes 1-yard throws?
Was
because
it
he had that
turnovers?
I didn't see it because it was a 4:00 game.
He didn't have any interceptions or fumbles. What do you mean turn them?
No, but like were the Packers turning it over and they were just starting with great field position every time?
They must have.
Because Rodgers was obviously not doing good.
Well, here I think I can see the plays. So Jameis Winston passing touchdown for 1 yard is the first one. In the third
Stat
quarter,
padding.
Jameis Winston touchdown pass for 10 yards.
Okay.
And then in the fourth quarter, Jameis Winston touchdown passed for 8. And then the last one, 55 yards. So did I say 3 or 4, or did I say 4 or 5 there?
I heard 110, 8, and 54.
And then 3. Yeah.
Wow.
So 3, 1, 8, 10, and 54. That's a hilarious stat line. I heard a funny take that they're trying the Saints, and Taysom Hill was in that game a little bit from what I saw. He was 1 for 1 in passing, but he did his classic rushing the odd time. I heard a take somewhere that Sean Payton is trying to put Taysom Hill in every time he thinks Jameis Winston is going to do his dumb interception. So he just replays that. Actually, I think it was on Pardon My Take. I heard that. That's a great. I like listening to that one. But
Speaking of though Winston, I was actually like research because like at the beginning of the season I like to buy people's what's it called cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So this year I actually dropped $200 on a PSA 10 Jameis Winston rookie card.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm banking on him to have a nice season.
So in Buccaneers.
Yeah, he's as a Buccaneer. Yeah, it's 2015 draft.
It's funny to think that Winston was he first overall, second?
I'm pretty sure he was first.
And then Mariota second.
Something like that.
Yeah,
and now Winston's finally he got a starting gig in Tampa Bay, obviously when he first came in, but it's cool to see him go be a backup for a couple years. You think some of these guys that just choke and they just keep trying to find new starting gigs, why not go be a backup for a Hall of Fame quarterback like Drew Brees and then take over the next year? And I've seen a lot of people say he's got potential to he's a dark horse MVP. Him and Matt Stafford. Those are the two I've heard at least. And Matt Stafford.
Yes. Oh, Jesus. The Rams are a problem.
The Rams are going to be a problem. I 100% agree.
I think Tampa Bay and the Rams should be a lock to win to meet in the NFC Finals.
I actually don't mind that take at all.
No.
I like that.
No.
And I think Tom Brady is better now, or with the supporting cast than he was with any Patriots team.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? I like that take, DiSabs, actually.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it. He looks like he's 25 again. He's just.
Yeah. He honestly, you'd never think that guy's mid 40s.
No.
Never.
Did you guys watch that game on Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, that was a offensive just performance.
That was a fun game to watch. That was a great way to start the season.
I actually
looked unreal too.
I didn't catch most of it, but just Dak back to what Dak was at the start of last year, and Amari Cooper, what a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys be able to guess which quarterback threw the most passing yards in week 1?
I see.
So most attempts?
No, most passing yards.
I seen this and I never would have guessed it.
So you know?
I just saw it.
Okay.
I just saw it actually. The passing
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think
it wasn't
NFL put an
Mahomes,
Instagram
right?
post out. No.
He was second, I think.
Who? Brady
Derek
was
Carr.
third. Derek Carr was first.
Oh my God! It's someone who's I think is garbage. I remember seeing his name.
Carr.
Yeah,
Carr.
he
Yeah,
had
Carr.
450 yards.
Yeah, Carr had 435 yards. Carr was first. Dak Prescott, Brady, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff are the top 5.
Yeah, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff?
The Lions
Jared
almost
Goff was
had
fifth.
the comeback of the year there.
Yeah, they did. And DeAndre Swift. So DeAndre Swift, were there allegations out against him in the last couple of weeks?
Whoa, am I adding another name?
Well, Poolsy did. I'm just wondering, is he on your board?
I don't know, not yet, but I got my pen right here.
DiSabs, do you know about these allegations?
Yeah, apparently he was linked to a murder wherever he went to school in Philadelphia.
But I think it was so my sources are not good on this one. I think it was a couple tweets. But a couple tweets from probably Burner's account, probably Poolsy, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was linked to a murder that he may have actually committed, but it was full self-defense, full out self-defense. He was getting robbed of something and somebody got harmful, and like boom boom. Like I mean,
Well,
like I said,
that happened to Clyde Edwards-Helaire at LSU. He killed someone in self-defense.
No
really,
way.
Yeah, because I remember someone dropped his name and said, just look up Clyde's story. Same thing.
Really?
man,
Man,
He was
shit
that's
getting
happens.
crazy.
robbed. Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah, shit does
All right.
happen.
Well, yeah, I don't know why I thought of DeAndre Swift. Oh, because he had one sick play.
Yeah,
That's what I
he had
thought.
a sick
Yeah.
game too.
What do you guys think of Trevor Lawrence from what you saw?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if it I thought he was okay. I don't know if it's a product of his environment. Like,
I just think Jacksonville sucks.
yeah, Jacksonville
massive
sucks. And I think
shits.
Urban Meyer is a terrible NFL coach.
So James Robinson, he was like,
Oh, don't even get me started.
he was almost rookie of the year last year. Great running back. I'm on fantasy too as well. I'm assuming you do. Only 5 rushing attempts for 25 yards, and he was one of the best running backs in the league last year.
Dude, that's
And-
5 yards a carry. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. And freaking Trevor Lawrence threw the ball 51 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Three
ease into it,
Jacksonville's
Trev?
a shit show. It's a shithole too, and
Okay, yeah.
get
I
Lawrence
mean,
out of there.
as fun as it is to talk about what happened, I'm sure people have got their takes elsewhere. Let's look at what's to come, and I think that we can bring in our new game here. So and maybe we can talk about our punishment. Like we haven't discussed anything, but I had one idea, and you guys can tell me what you think. But anyways, we're gonna pick 2 games each week. All of us. Segs has already submitted his picks. We're gonna pick 2 games each week, and we're gonna have running standings. So it's either your 3. You can either win, like it's like on the spread. So you can either win, lose, or a push. So we'll have like in our standings, it'll be win, loss, push.
Yeah.
And then we'll add them up. Tie. Yeah. Win, loss, tie. And then at the end of the year, whoever's in 4th place, we're thinking of punishment. And here's, you've seen with like fantasy drafts, you've heard of some things like have to take like a 4-hour bus trip just to take it back. Like I've seen stuff like that, which is funny. I think the loser of ours should have to have all the other 3 boys over to wherever they live and cook a home cooked meal from scratch. Like it can't be, you can't get takeout. Wow. You gotta buy the ingredients and you gotta cook up a storm for all the other boys, and you have to you serve it to them, and you get them bottled wine, and we have a few drinks, and it's all on the loser. So the loser has to get the food, make it, get a bottle of wine and a few other drinks, and we just have ourselves a good night. What do you guys think?
Well, I don't think we confirm anything until Segs is in the mix, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so tentatively, we'll say that's
our punishment. We'll confirm next week on the pod.
We will,
Nope.
and we didn't do week 1 of picks, unfortunately, because I think I would have locked in Dolphins +3, and I would have been good to go there. But anyways, we're gonna do a snake draft each week with our 2 picks, and how we're gonna do it is whoever get the first pick. The first pick at it is whoever's team got the most points that week. So the Browns got the most points last week out of our 4 teams, even though they lost. They're 0-1. We would have talked a lot more about that game if Segs was here. But Browns, quickly though, Browns absolutely blew that. They should have won that game. They blew it, right?
Yeah, Browns going to be Browns.
Browns can be Browns. We'll all agree there. Segs submitted his pick, and his first overall draft is DiSabs. He texted to you. Can you say his what he picked?
Yeah, he said he really likes the Lions +11 Monday night against the Packers.
Lions +11. That's a high spread, but if he likes it, he likes it.
Yeah, divisional game.
+11. All right.
Yeah. And Poolsy, you're next then.
I guess that puts me in the clock, and we actually kind of already talked about this team a little bit and how good they've been. The Colts have a good defense, but I'm going Rams -4.
I like that. I do like that.
I like that.
I feel pretty confident about that one.
And so I'm up because my team had 1 more point than DiSabs, and you know, because they played each other. Yeah. And this is something we really? We talked about. We talked about before. Like, we're not allowed to draft a team that somebody else drafted, but you're allowed to go against the spread.
Yeah.
So when I was looking through these, and I heard that was going to be Seg's pick, I immediately want to go Green Bay Packers, and not because Segs is so high on Detroit, because I think Aaron Rodgers, we do know Aaron Rodgers, when he plays pissed, it's usually a little bit dangerous. And I
Yeah.
don't think Detroit is a good team by any means. So I'm actually going Green Bay Packers minus 11.
Okay.
Wow.
Give me the Packers.
Hopefully it's Packers by 11. It's a push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you guys, yeah.
All right, I've got my two picks, right? Because I'm
Yep,
the last.
that's right. Yep.
So my favorite play of the week. This is personal, nothing to do with the model.
Okay.
Chicago
Yeah.
minus 2.5 over Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah.
I was actually going to take that if that came back. No, I was going to do. Oh, never mind.
I wonder what Fools he's gonna do. What should I do now? Or you got another one?
Yeah, and then my second pick. You know what? I was gonna go New Orleans minus 3, but I do respect the Panthers actually, so I'm not gonna take that.
I love that.
I am gonna go San Francisco minus 3.5 over Philly.
San Francisco minus 3.5 over Philly. I like that. I do like that.
Gerbs, you on the clock?
Yeah, I am, and I also do respect your Panthers, Poolsy, but I am going to take the Saints. Not enough. I think the Saints have a good enough defense to at least limit Christian McCaffrey to what he's going to do. He's still going to put up 200 all-purpose yards, and he'll score 14 points for the Panthers. But I truly think that might be all they have, because they're not going to leave the Saints defense isn't going to leave Robbie Anderson wide open for Sam Darnold to just lob one in there. So I don't mean to go against your team, Poolsy. I don't have much against the Panthers. I like Christian McCaffrey, but I just think the Saints are a good team, and 3 points is enough for me.
That's fine. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it, because I do think the Saints will win that game. Their D is just elite, but I'm also hopeful. You know what? Wins happen, so the Panthers.
Yeah, you like their
win.
D.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go. Cincinnati plus 2.5. I think they're going to beat the Bears. So
see, I think they are too, DiSabs. Like Jamar Chase looked good. Joe Burrow, I think people forget about Joe Burrow, because I definitely did.
Yeah, number 1 overall quarterback, and he was good while he was healthy last year.
Yeah.
And now he's got more weapons this year. So.
The only problem, I don't know anything about the Bengals defense. Is it horrible?
It's not great, I don't think, but
because
I saw the way Chicago moved the ball on the Rams defense, who's the best team and best defense, and they Andy Dalton and Justin Fields are both doing pretty well. So I think against a shitty Cincinnati defense, they should be able to score a lot of points.
Speaking about the Bears, you know who else a problem and needs to be handed the ball a lot more?
Montgomery.
Yeah. I watched pretty much that whole Monday night game. Or what night was that?
I think it was Sunday night.
Sunday night. I watched basically the whole Sunday night game, and that guy just moves.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how good
he
is.
I like him.
So, yeah. I don't know
what is Seg's last pick?
Oh, right. Seg's what was his DSAB?
I think I wrote it down.
I think he had the Chargers minus.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Chargers.
Chargers plus 2.
Chargers minus 3.5.
Minus 3.5. Sorry, I was looking at a different plus line.
I like this competition. We'll keep good track of the scores here.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to bet on your games?
I think you should almost have to put a little bit on what you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Are we parlaying or just individuals?
I think you should have to parlay.
I know Poolsy's
parlaying.
All right. Well, I think this has been a good episode, boys. Is there anything else we need to get to? Yeah, we are missing something, and we can end here. And people, get out your wallet, because we have our free play of the week coming up now.
The free play of the week. And you know what? Perhaps it's a bit of a quote-unquote square play, but give me Arizona minus 3 first half against Minnesota.
Arizona minus 3 first half. I like that. I think Arizona is going to blow Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a horrible team.
So, yeah. Even though I have them winning the division.
Yeah, I like that.
What's that full game spread now that we're on that? Do you have that in front of you?
Yeah, it's is that right? It's 3.5
for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half is just 3.
Am I putting a mortgage payment down on that full game, or what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Jill, if you're listening, I'm very kidding. But if that full game is minus 3.5, does that not seem like the biggest lock of the year to you guys?
It seems like it's definitely a good bet, but it seems like it's also a trap bet. Like they want you to bet that.
True.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true.
If you can buy it down to -3,
You know what?
I'd rather you do
Minnesota
that.
finished strong in that second half against Cincy last week. They made that a game when they were getting blown out. Maybe Minnesota's just a second half team.
Well, Arizona's got a really good defense too. Don't forget, and a good offense.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that, and I think I'm not sure, but I know for sure that first half is definitely a model play. So
Okay,
lock that shit in.
let's go.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. All right, DiSab, thanks for doing this. It's
Yeah.
now 8:30 on
Hopefully we have a full squad next week.
Hopefully.
yeah. One can only hope.
Hopefully we have a full squad on Sunday here, boys.
Yeah, I'd love to get together and I don't know, maybe hit the links, but who knows?
Yeah, let's hit the links, boys. Sunday. This is the day we've had planned for so long. It should be
For like
fun.
a year. It's all good.
I think we
but
talked
yeah,
about it on the pod, maybe in the.
I think we did. We've discussed this for that since the second episode we ever did this. We've discussed golf and football.
Dude, I've gotten 6 vaccine shots so we can hang out.
I literally get a booster every day just because I'm like, can I golf with the boys? Can I golf with the boys? All right, boys, this has been real. We'll talk to you again next week.
Yep.
See
enjoy
ya.
week 2, everybody.
Cheers.